how she was in the classroom. Did she ask questions? Was she inquisitive? Did she go to the professor's office hours? How was she in the group setting? Like those kind of examples. How was she when turning in assignments? Yeah. Was she prepared for the exams? Like those kind of details. Okay. Even when you shadow a dentist, how are you with the patients? Did you ask good questions? Yeah. Did you show up on time? Like those kind of questions that you would want to make sure you mention on your letters of recommendation. Go ahead.
You said the science ones and biopharmacology, and you said about like anatomy and histology.
Yeah. Yes. So any areas within those 3 departments. So there's so many concentrations or options within biology, like anatomy, histology, immunology, virology. Same with chemistry, biochemistry, biomedical physics. I mean, there's so many different types. Yeah. So the whole file review process. So the committee does not just look at the GPA and DAT scores alone, depending on the dental school you apply to. But USC, we actually do a whole file review. We actually read into your application. We look at the breadth of the coursework, the rigorous amount of classes you've taken. We take that into consideration. We've shown an upward trend. Sometimes students will have a downward trend, or maybe they start very low, or they have maybe some D's or C's at the beginning of their undergraduate years, and then they show an upward trend maintaining A's and B's, then that's what we want to see. If you have a downward trend the other way around, it doesn't help us a lot. It doesn't show that you're capable of handling dental school if you're having a downward trend. So you want to maintain that upward trend, okay, or consistency throughout your undergraduate years. Okay. Transfer GPA, if you're transferring, let's say, from another institution or from a community college, per se, let's say you did very well at the community college, we expect that you do well at the university setting, or the 4-year college or university. Okay, you want to maintain that consistency. Again, if you have a downward trend, if you don't do well in the 4-year college or university, you're not showing any proof that you're capable of handling the dental curriculum. Okay, go ahead.
Do you look at high school, like SAT scores or GPA as well?
We do not look at any high school transcripts. When it comes to experiences, let's say you started dental shadowing when you were in high school, you can include that, but it's more based on your undergraduate experience. Yeah. And then letters of recommendation, like I mentioned some of the details. That's important to emphasize on the letters. Dental experience, normally at least 40 hours. We don't have minimum required hours, but I would say normally about 40 or more hours would show that you're passionate and determined about dentistry. But we also look at consistency. Let's say you had a gap in between. Let's say you started dental shadowing 2 years ago and you haven't done any since back then you're not being consistent. We want to see that you've done some throughout the past few years. Okay, to show again your passion, your determination into the field of dentistry. Okay, research could be any type of research. We're not very strict with research. I know some schools are. It could be any basic research experience, like lab assisting or assisting with journal article, professional literature. That can count as research experience with us. It could be in any topics within biology or chemistry or physics or within the life of physical sciences. Okay? Work experience could be any type of work experience you can include. If you worked at a fast food restaurant, if you worked in, let's say, as a clown, any of those skills would count. And you're actually developing various types of skills and talents. That's what the community wants to see. It does not have to be dental related. It could be any type of skills and talents that you develop, because that would help you become a successful dental student. And for example, you would be developing communication skills, leadership skills, people skills, manual dexterity skills, just by being involved in various type of organizations or clubs or activities, okay, or community services. And that's what we look for, well-rounded, well-balanced type of students. It's not just based on looking at your GPA and DAT scores. Let's say you have a 4.0 GPA and 25 to 30 on your DAT, but if you have no involvement, no type of experiences or skills, it doesn't give us an idea that you're a well-rounded student. So we want to make sure that you have these various types of skills and talents and experiences. Okay, so it does make a difference. Okay, and of course we'll look into the personal statement. I'll give you some information about the personal statement next. Any questions about the whole file review process? Go ahead.
What is the maximum amount of letters of recommendation that you'll look at?
Okay, when you submit letters to AdStats, the limit is 4. 4 letters of recommendation. You can actually submit a couple more. Okay, you can include into your file. If you want to submit, let's say, 2 more letters, then you can submit those letters directly to our Office of Admissions, as long as they're sealed in an envelope. Yeah, then when you, that'll be fine. Go ahead.
Do you require a letter from a non-science professor as well?
We do not require, as long as you have the 2 basic science professors, and then we highly recommend one from a dentist, then you can submit letters from anywhere. So it can be from an employer, from a club advisor, really anyone that can really represent you well. Go ahead.
For teacher recommendations of lectures, does it have to be from USC, or can it be from, let's say, a community college science teacher?
Good question. It could be from a community college, from any accredited university or college. We do recommend that you have one from at least from a 4-year at least one from a 4-year college or university instructor. Yeah. Okay. Not just all from a community college. Okay. Try to get at least one from a 4-year college or university. Okay, any questions about this? Sure. Personal statement. This is very basic. Again, we're not strict about the personal statement. It does not have to be extremely creative. It just really being simple and direct. Why dentistry? What inspired you about this field? Where do you want to be in the future? You can mention about other things that are relevant, your past influences. What makes you unique? What makes you stand out? So all these experiences that you're gaining or developing, it's going to help with your personal statement. Okay, observing in a dental office. Maybe there's just one particular dentist that really inspired you. Could be helping out in the community, in a dental clinic that really inspired you. Okay, making a difference out there in an underserved community relating to dentistry may have inspired you to go into the field of dentistry. Okay, so all of this can help you with your personal statement. And of course, we highly recommend you get it edited as much as you can, get feedback as much as you can, 2 or 3 different people. Okay, I think you already know that from a professor, an advisor, from a pre-dental student, someone who's in dental school already. Get as much help you can with the personal statement. Yeah, of course, start it early as you can. Creating an outline would help a lot. But again, it's just being simple and direct with your personal statement. That's all we ask for, and answering the question. Be really surprised. Sometimes we'll see a personal statement where the student mentioned all these great things about them, about themselves, but then doesn't mention why they want to go into dentistry. Okay. Any questions about this? No? Okay, great. This is also important to mention about other things that you need to address in your application. If you have any W's, let's say you're consistently getting W's. Let's say for 2 straight terms you got all W's. Repeated classes, also D's and fails, consistency of those grades. We want to know an explanation. I mean, what caused you to get those type of grades? Okay. There is a section in the application that says, has anything adversely interrupted or adversely affected your education? If you think it's relevant to that question, feel free to include it on there. Or you can write you can write an essay. You can address it to the admissions committee and then send it directly to our Office of Admissions, and we'll include it into your file, okay, of all these type of explanations. Okay. Again, any letters that you want to include into your application that you did not get to include on your access application, you can submit a separate letter to our Office of Admissions by email or fax. We're very open to that. I know some schools are not, but we're very open to that. Okay. Anything that you want to address and you just don't feel comfortable including on your access application, because the access application is national, and you just want to be more personal and just address it to our committee, you can do that and then submit it to our Office of Admissions directly by mail or fax or email. Okay? Anything else? Any questions about this? No? Okay, great. Is this making sense? Is this helpful? Yeah. Okay, great. Proving your application, of course, take more classes. Take science classes within the areas of biology or chemistry and physics. Okay. If you already have a bachelor's degree, you can enroll in a postgraduate program within the pre-health profession. Okay. And there's some out there now, for example, San Francisco State, Cal State LA. I think Cal State Northridge, they're bringing theirs back again, or Cal State Fullerton or Long Beach State. You can look into some of these Cal States and some of the UCs now. Master's program, that's science-based. If you get a master's, let's say a Master of Arts in Theater, it's not going to help with your science GPA, it's going to only help with your overall GPA. Okay? So if you want to help improve your science GPA, it's best or highly recommended that you earn a master's within the sciences. Okay, so it could be in any type of concentration. There's a master's in oral biology, like at UCLA, master's in bio